Hi everybody, Sam White here. I wanted to kick off the new year by just saying hello and thank you to everyone who supported us in 2019. We really appreciate you. And I also wanted to because I think that in the beginning of Shakespeare in Detroit, I used to post these videos all the time on YouTube, just sharing with our audience where things were with the theater company. And I think that I'd like to start doing that again. We've been neglectful of our YouTube page, and so let's not do that anymore. And I'm gonna hopefully post a video every week or every other week, but we're definitely gonna start creating more content on YouTube. So make sure you follow that journey on YouTube by going to Shakespeare in Detroit. It's gonna be fun, awesome. So I wanted to do this first video just to explain who we are, what we do, why we do it, and what is the long-term goal of Shakespeare in Detroit. I think some people think that we're a project or that we're a program or that we are a troupe. And there are things that we do that are projects. There are things that we do that are programs, and we definitely have a troupe of actors. But Shakespeare in Detroit is a theater company. It's a theater company that started its journey in 2012. We actually started with an effort that we called Shakespeare Against Cancer, where we would perform for kids who were receiving fusion treatments or chemotherapy. We would do vignettes of Shakespeare's plays, and that started in 2012. And then in 2013, we had our very first large-scale performance, and that was Othello at Grand Circus Park. And that was a pioneering performance because it was the first time that Shakespeare had ever been performed in a park in Detroit proper, which was really exciting for us. 500 people came out to that show. To date, more than 13,000 people have seen our work, whether it's been in the park during our outdoor free performances or our ticketed performances, which are usually in a theater or in historical venues throughout the city, or at our special events, which have become pretty popular. Our inebriated reading series is what we call it, which are fundraisers for the work that we do in schools. So yes, we have projects. We consider our summer shows to be projects, and those projects allow us to engage with audience members who may not have the ability, or the capacity or privilege of purchasing a ticket. They don't have that capacity, and we make theater available to them by giving them a free performance in the park. And we're so proud of that work because we have opened up parks for other theater companies. For example, we were the first theater company to perform at New Center Park, and now lots of theaters perform there, which is really wonderful and awesome. So we create opportunities, we create gateways and networks for other theater companies sometimes as well, which is really awesome. So that's a project. A program that we have is Shakespeare STEAM, where we teach the science of lighting a production, the technology of sound design, the engineering of a form or costume, the art of classical performance, and the mathematics of building a set to 3rd through 12th graders throughout Detroit. And then our troupe, or what we would call our acting company, are the actors who work for the company. Many of them returning, some of them new sometimes, depending on what the season looks like, but that's our troupe. But Shakespeare in Detroit is a theater company. It is a company. It is a company with an EIN, an employment or an employee identification number. That's our tax ID number, which comes from the government because we are a nonprofit theater company or organization. And it is our goal not to just have, a project here or a program there. We are currently working on scaling the theater company so that we can have our own building, so that we can have a permanent administrative team with a development director and a marketing team and a human resources department. Just like any other business, we work with lawyers, we work with an accountant, just like any other business. We have work that happens behind the scenes that people don't see, like a planning process, like a budgetary process, like a fundraising process. So things happen beyond what you see on stage. There's the magic of theater, which is usually the manifestation of a lot of hard work that's happening behind the scenes. So just like any other business, if it was a retail store, there's planning for that, there's budgeting for that, there's finding the right people or employees for that. The arts are a business, theater is a business, and so again, while we have projects, programs, and a troupe or an acting company, This is a business, this is a theater company with big goals. And sure, we have a mission. We have an amazing mission, which motivates me, which motivates the team to get up and do the work that we do. That isn't always easy behind the scenes every day. And that mission is to bring Shakespeare to everyone, to all. And that's why we have that project, that outdoor show every summer. And yes, we have our program and we bring Shakespeare along with vocational training to students. And yes, we have a troupe, but the overarching, the vision is a theater company. And we want to be a multi-million-dollar company. We don't want to have, just a show here and there. We want to be a thriving theater company that also, in addition to bringing Shakespeare to everyone, also uplifts and empowers and plays a part in the cultural infrastructure of Detroit, the economic infrastructure of Detroit, the educational infrastructure of Detroit. So while we are still very young, we're a very young theater company and we have a long way to go, I just wanted to share with everyone out there that has been so kind to us and who has supported us and who maybe are just finding out about Shakespeare in Detroit, that while we are what a lot of people call an emerging theater company or a young theater company, our dreams, our aspirations are huge. They're big. We plan on being around for a very long time. And I think that I could do a better job at expressing exactly who we are so that, we aren't just boxed in or classified all the time as being a project, a program, or a troupe. I could do a better job at making sure I post these videos and talk to you all more one-on-one, because the other thing that's important to us is that we build a relationship with our audience, an intimate relationship with you all. We want you to send us notes and tell us when you think something could be improved. We want to get your reviews, and we want to know what you love about the theater company, what you love about the shows, what you love about the work that we're doing in the community. We want you to ask us questions about what our plans are for the next 3 years. So I need to make sure that I leave that door open and make sure that as our audience, that you have a seat at this table and we are building this theater company together. So thanks for tuning into this first video of 2020. Again, I'm going to make sure to post more of these because we want to stay engaged with you all on an even deeper level in the next year, in the next decade to come. Have a great 2020, you all, and I'll talk to you next week, actually, with another upload on Shakespeare in Detroit's YouTube page. If you haven't signed up, speaking of a more engaged relationship with Shakespeare in Detroit, please sign up for our Patreon program, our membership program. It's a wonderful program where you receive perks and discounts to different events. You can do that by going to our website and clicking on the Patreon button in the upper right-hand corner, or just going to patreon.com/ShakesInTheD. All right, friends, talk to you soon. Have a good one. Bye.